In the skies above Kramatorsk, everything looks calm. No fighter jets, no massive explosions shaking the ground. Just a quiet breeze, and a moment that feels almost ordinary. But beneath that silence, a small threat is moving fast. Almost invisible, almost impossible to hear. This is the new face of modern warfare. It's no longer about who has the biggest tanks or the most powerful artillery. It's about who sees first and strikes faster. And in the low skies over Kramatorsk, that threat has already found its target. On a narrow road cutting through open terrain and scattered trees, a Russian military convoy moves forward. Steady, controlled. Some vehicles appear to be carrying troops, others likely transporting critical supplies, equipment, ammunition, or frontline support. For those inside the vehicles, this may feel like just another routine movement, a transfer from one position to another with no immediate signs of danger. Dust rises beneath the wheels. The convoy maintains formation. Everything seems under control. But in modern warfare, danger doesn't always come from where you expect. And this time, it's coming from above. From a completely different angle, a Ukrainian FPV drone is already in the air. Small, agile, remotely controlled. This isn't just a reconnaissance tool anymore. It's part of a rapidly evolving strike strategy. Through a small onboard camera, the operator sees everything in a narrow but focused view. Every movement, every adjustment, tracked in real time. And there it is, the convoy. The drone adjusts its direction, maintains distance, gradually lowering its altitude. Everything is precise, no rush, no hesitation. Like this moment was calculated from the start. Now the drone begins to follow the convoy's path, flying low across terrain and tree lines. It uses every gap, every shadow, every second where it remains unnoticed. Below, the vehicles keep moving. No signs of panic, no evasive maneuvers. But above them, the distance is closing. This is a game of timing, a game of precision, where even the smallest mistake could change everything. For the drone operator, every second is a decision. Every movement of the controls shapes what happens next. And for the convoy, they may only be seconds away from everything changing. Within seconds, everything converges. The drone accelerates, locks in its path, closing the final distance. No sirens, no warnings. Just one fast moment. That changes everything. What happens next unfolds in an instant, but the impact lasts far longer. In modern warfare, strikes like this rarely offer a second chance. And for those in its path, that moment becomes the line between before and after. This isn't just a single battlefield incident. It represents a much bigger shift in how wars are fought today. FPV drones have changed the game, from reconnaissance to precision strikes. With relatively low cost and high effectiveness, these small systems create massive pressure on the battlefield. You no longer need large-scale systems to deliver significant impact. Speed, accuracy, and real-time intelligence now matter more than ever. And most importantly, these drones can reach places that were once difficult to target. Convoys, fixed positions, even protected zones are no longer out of reach. In areas like Kramatorsk, this shift is impossible to ignore. The battlefield is no longer defined by clear front lines. Threats can come from anywhere, especially from low-altitude airspace that's hard to monitor. Troop movements become more cautious. Convoys must account for new risks. Every journey carries added uncertainty. There's also a psychological impact. because the threat isn't always visible and often arrives without warning. This forces rapid adaptation in strategy and in survival itself. Because in conditions like this, those who adapt faster have a better chance of making it. Convoys that were once considered secure behind armor and formation now face a much more complex reality. Threats don't come with clear signals anymore. There are no long warnings, no time to prepare. Just a brief moment. That changes everything. So the question now is, how prepared are forces on the ground for this kind of shift? How far will FPV drone technology continue to dominate the future of warfare? And if this is just the beginning of a new era, what comes next?